Lock us in. All right.
Do you realize we're in a closet together?
Yes.
Okay, just check it.
Okay. Are we rolling?
Are you good?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Here we go. Welcome to... Oh, shit. Welcome to Behind the Barn, episode 2, everybody. I'm here with the notorious Mr. Travis Wayne. How you doing, Travis?
Oh, man, great to be here. Cam, enjoyed it tonight. How's your night going?
It's going very well. Thanks for asking. Where are you from, Travis?
Well, I'm originally from Manchester, Kentucky, a little podunk town in southeastern Kentucky, which is one of my favorite places to be, and I currently live in London.
And what band are you a part of?
I'm the lead singer and one of the guitar players for Travis, Wayne Contraband. We play pretty much all over the state. Of course, Silver Eagle's our home place.
How long have you been playing at the Silver Eagle?
About 17 months, 18 months, about a year and a half now.
One of our more heavily tenured bands. I'm looking forward to getting all these guys on here. So who all's in your band right now? When did that all start?
So you got Mitchell DeVillas, the notorious bass player. We call him the long-haired hippie from Mississippi, but unfortunately he's not from Mississippi, believe it or not.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, that kind of would fit a lot better, right? Mitch served in the United States Navy, and he and I have been playing together on and off for about 8 or 9 years now. He's the rock-solid piece of my band that I always rely on. Tom Roldan is kind of a fill-in guitar player. He is originally from Detroit. He lives in Winchester. He's phenomenal with his vocals. He's really good on guitar, synthesizers, and things of that nature. And then we've got the notorious Tommy Holland Henson. He is from Manchester, Kentucky, my hometown, and we've been friends since high school. So it's kind of really cool that after all these years we finally get to play together some, and it's really a good time.
So we got a 4-piece band. We have 2 guitar players, a bass player, and a drummer. Moving on. I got a couple questions for you. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. Fire away.
All right. Question 1. Favorite band of all time?
Oh, Lord. Believe it or not, it's kind of weird. I sing country.
Okay.
And I should have been born in the 70s because I love like the Foreigner and the Great White. My all-time favorite band is Metallica.
Metallica. That's an answer you're not going to hear every day.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed their stage shows, always been really energetic. Their riffs are really cool. Their music really melodic. And James has such a unique voice that nobody can really cover him. If you've heard bands try to cover him, it's always lacking on the vocal side.
That's true.
But yeah, it's all, and they started in the year and the month I was born, so that's kind of cool too.
What year is that?
No, let's not talk about that. I'm old, man. Come on.
Going a bit more introspective here, one of my favorite questions. Why do you play music?
You know, I grew up in a small town. We didn't have a lot to do. I've never been into drugs or anything stupid. So guitar was kind of my go-to. You know, growing up, I've always had a guitar in my hand. I started off with a little old cheap Dixon that my dad had threw some kind of goofy paint on. And it was always an escape for me. You know, some people drink, some people do drugs. And for my escape and to escape reality, when you need a break, just play guitar.
It's a good answer. I like that one. So being the guitar player and the singer for your band, which is your favorite song to sing live?
You know, I love singing ballads, but if I wanted to say a song that when we play and sing that pops to me is Put Some Drive in Your Country by Travis Tritt.
Drive in Your Country?
It's real energetic. The crowd always loves it. Travis Tritt's always a fan favorite. So when you kick off that first riff and you see the bodies start coming to the dance floor, that's probably my favorite song to play.
It's a cool feeling. It really is. Which is your favorite song to play live being the guitar player?
Probably Purple Rain. You know, your neck's in that upper fat position where you've got that real bassy mid-range tone. There's not a lot of real big singing notes in that song, and it's one of those songs you can just kind of lock into the feel and just kind of close your eyes and lay back and lose yourself in the moment. It's one of my favorite songs to play.
Purple Rain's a good pick. I like that. So the last 2 questions pertain to what you do live, but whenever you're in the car and you're driving somewhere, you got a long drive, which is your favorite song or solo of all time?
You know, I'm a really big Nuno Betancourt fan from the band Extreme.
Nuno. Okay.
Nuno is a really intricate guitar player that doesn't get a lot of credit. If you'll listen to some of his harmonic notes, some of the stuff, especially on the Extreme 2 album, I love his melody, I love his tone, and his skill level, and it's so clean. And if you watch him live, it's very, very close to the album, which you don't find a lot of guitar players. Even guys like Mark Knopfler will improvise like Sultans of Swing live. But Nuno is really, really almost identical from live to studio, and that's why I enjoy listening to him.
Okay, we're starting a new segment here in episode 2. I call this the Backyard Bonfire. These are user-submitted questions, viewer-submitted questions. So we have 3 of them. You cool with that?
Do I have a choice?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay, let's go with it.
Question 1, my personal favorite. Your musical hot take or an unpopular opinion in the musical world. What is it?
You know, if I say this, a lot of people's going to really hate me, right?
Oh, no.
I actually enjoyed listening to Nickelback. I'm one of the few people that do. There's a lot of hatred and controversy that went around that band. But in their time, for what they were doing, it was pretty cool. So I like some of their stuff, and most of my musician friends and people is going to be scratching their head going, you idiot. But it's an unpopular opinion that I actually enjoy listening to.
He enjoys Nickelback. Okay. I mean, that's a musical hot take if I've ever heard one. This next one is also a cool question. Viewer submitted, your most prized instrument, what is it?
My most prized instrument is my old 80s model Strat. Well, it's kind of like a heavy metal Strat. I bought it back in the 90s. It was the first guitar I ever bought myself. It was the first guitar I ever played live. I lost it and got it back 20 years later. You've been able to see it and play it.
I have.
I love it. It's. I guess I've got guitars that have dollar-wise are way more valuable. You know, sentimental value would probably honestly be that old Strat.
There are some guitars that no matter the price tag on them, you don't get rid of them.
You've got one of those, don't you?
A couple, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up here on Backyard Bonfire, we have one thing that Travis Wayne could not live without.
One thing I can't live without, probably my kiddos.
Interesting pick.
Guitars and cars and money and all that stuff comes and goes. But my boys really make up who I am. You know, they are my greatest accomplishment, and I couldn't imagine life without them. So that's probably a cliche answer, but it's an honest answer.
That's the most wholesome answer we're going to get from this interview.
That is a guarantee.
The last of the Backyard Bonfire questions. Whenever you're out playing, you come here to the Eagle or you go anywhere across the great state of Kentucky as Kentucky's funnest band. What sets you apart from the other bands playing those same venues?
I'm gonna go back and look at Garth Brooks. The thing about Garth is he made a point to talk to every fan. He didn't care what he had to do. He was all about the show. He was all about the energy. And you can go to these shows and these venues, and you can go to Nashville and Memphis, and you can hear these guys that stand there like a statue. But you're sitting there watching them going, man, I just need to get drunk because they're boring. But you can put on a stage show, and you can get out and dance in the crowd with a wireless, and you can throw out guitar picks and do all kinds of crazy antics that we try to do, and people are entertained. Nobody wants to go watch a ballroom band at a bar.
I call them background noise bands.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it amounts to. But when you come to watch us play, if he could find a way to get in the bleachers, Mitch would be in the bleachers. I honestly believe if our drummer could play wireless, he would play in the middle of the floor. There's some clips that you'll see on the Silver Eagle page where we, do some crazy antics with our guitar. We get people up on stage to dance with us. And at the end of the night, it's when people leave a Travis Wayne show, whether there's 20 people or 2,000 people, I want them to say, damn, that was fun. Outside that, nothing else matters.
That's a good answer. I've enjoyed pretty much all of these answers.
You didn't ask me who my favorite guitar player was, and that kind of hurts my feelings.
Another user-submitted question from Travis Wayne himself. Who is your favorite guitar player of all time?
You're probably going to be surprised to hear this.
Drum roll, please.
So you talk about all-around guitar players, and guitar players for their age and their skill level. My favorite guitar player was probably you, and I'll tell you why I say that. Watch the face, and I'll tell you why I say that. You remind me a lot of me when I was younger. You spent a lot of countless time playing music, ear for tone, that nobody else has at your age. You're so intricate, and I enjoy listening to you play.
I'm gonna cry.
So I could say, Kirk Hammett and all these great, Joe Bonamassa or Mark Tremonti or whoever, but if you take a guy that is truly passionate about playing, that nobody knows other than the local area, you're one of my favorite guys to hear, and I truly mean that.
What a guy. What a guy.
Truly mean that.
Thank you. That was actually the most wholesome answer we're going to hear. Last thing we got is upcoming shows. Mr. Travis Wayne and his Contraband over here at Christmas Eve, December 24th, being accompanied by a very special guitar player. You're going to have to come out and see who that is. What are you expecting for Christmas Eve, Travis?
I don't know. We're going to be here the 10th as well. As I said, the Eagles family to me, and this was approached and said, hey, do you care to do Christmas Eve? And I love to. I think it's an honor that of all the bands that they had, that for a night that's as special as Christmas Eve, that they invite us out. We're going to have a big time. We may have some giveaways. I haven't decided yet. And we're going to have a special guitar player that you definitely need to come out and hear sing and play. He's a phenomenal musician. Can't wait to have him. Anyway, pre-sale in advance. I think they're $10.
$10 per ticket.
Get those in advance. Get your tables reserved. Have a great time. And you never know. Santa may show up. We may give out some Christmas gifts. We're real known for that.
There's a lot of cool stuff happening. Make sure you guys come down and see it. You want to do this outro with me?
I'd love to.
1, 2, 3.
Silver Eagle!
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Have a good one.